It's a pleasure to visit Burundi at this time. And it's been a good couple of days of actually meeting with a whole lot of different stakeholders. It was my first time to Burundi, to the UNFPA office in Burundi. So seeing it through the eyes of UNFPA has been very interesting in terms of understanding where UNFPA is adding value in this country program. There was much discussion about the census, the fact that the government is very much a partner with UNFPA to deliver that census. They are funding to a great extent the census. Their need for technical support was very evident, and they were actually clear that that was something they would appreciate. And understanding also that the census is not just an activity in and of itself, but it allows us to generate evidence and data that can be useful for government in its own national planning, particularly around the issues that we care about in terms of meeting the unmet needs of women and girls for family planning, ensuring that less and less women are dying because of childbearing, to ensure that we reduce teen pregnancies in this country, and also reduce the incidence of gender-based violence. I think this type of data enables government to understand who's being left behind, where they are, and how to work with organizations like ourselves as UNFPA to develop appropriate programs to reach the unreached so that no one is left behind. I'm very hopeful for Burundi. If we can continue to work in partnership, as I saw, and in the UNCT, the UN cluster, led by the resident coordinator, I managed to join one of their meetings and we had a great conversation. We also need, of course, to make sure that we're taking care of our own staff, and that came out also in the UN country team discussions with all the heads of other agencies, plus our UNFPA under the resident coordinator, and being accompanied by Josephine Beatty, our Human Resources Director from New York, was particularly useful because it also provided an opportunity to discuss quite a lot of people-related and HR-related issues that are pertinent for UNFPA, but actually in the country team meeting were clearly pertinent for the whole UN family. And therefore we can also look at how are we doing in terms of whole of UN approaches to addressing issues of our staff, and where are we learning from each other as well as improving. The last engagement that I found particularly exciting was engaging with our own staff. And in that engagement, I think what was really, and I said it in the meeting, we busted the myth that exists that Burundians don't talk. There was a lot of lively engagement and discussion in that meeting. It was nice to see that the engagement was not just from men, it was also from the women, but also there was a lot of discussion around our programmatic impact and how we improve on that. How do we demonstrate results? And that discussion to me showed me that the staff themselves own the agenda. It's not an agenda coming from elsewhere. They own the agenda of wanting to see real change and progress in their own country. And I think with that type of motivation and drive, we can only but succeed in Burundi. So I'm very hopeful that when I next come, we'll be talking to the successes that the Burundi team have achieved in this country based on the work they're already doing, which is very highly regarded, as I saw, by all the partners. The changes we want to see in Burundi are not abstract changes. They are for real women we know, real girls we know. And we also want to leave a lasting legacy for the next generation of girls, that their reality will be different from what we and others have encountered. And to do that, we must sow the seeds of tomorrow today by putting in place the systems, the services, the knowledge, the programs that will make it easier for them, such that they're competing on a similar footing with their male counterparts. limits. Much appreciated. Otherwise, I have to declare it. Thank you very much.